Picture a stage, spotlights blazing, and two men who couldn't be more different. On one side, Donald J. Trump, brash, bold, and larger than life, promising to make America great again, his way. On the other, Gavin Newsom, California's governor, polished, progressive, and ready to defend his state's vision for the future. This isn't just a debate, it's a culture war. Red versus blue, tradition versus change. The audience is split, the tension electric. Trump is poised to attack California's record, Newsom ready to counter with his own blueprint. The moderator asks the first question, but everyone knows the real battle is for America's soul. This is more than policy, it's primetime drama, and nobody's looking away. The stage is set for a showdown that will define the nation's direction. The first topic, economy. It's the heartbeat of every debate, and tonight it takes center stage. The numbers, the trends, and the stories behind them are more than just headlines. They're shaping the lives of millions. Trump leans in. California's a disaster. People are fleeing your taxes and regulations, Gavin. U-Hauls are out of trucks because everyone's escaping. He doesn't hold back, using vivid imagery to drive his point home. He paints a picture of decline. Businesses are closing, taxpayers are leaving, and your radical policies are driving them out. The message is clear. California's economic climate, he argues, is pushing people and prosperity away. They're going to Texas, Florida, places with freedom, low taxes, and opportunity. Trump points to these states as beacons of hope, where families and businesses seek a fresh start and a better future. You can talk about big ideas, but the fact is, your state is shrinking. The numbers, he claims, don't lie. California's population is on the decline, and the reasons are hard to ignore. It's a warning to America. Don't follow California's path. Trump's words echo through the crowd, a cautionary tale for the rest of the nation. Trump's message is clear. California is a cautionary tale, not a model. He urges voters to look at the evidence and decide which direction they want for the country. He finishes with a challenge. Your people are leaving for a reason, Gavin. They want freedom, not your version of it. The implication is that leadership and policy choices have real, tangible consequences. The crowd reacts, the stakes raised. Every word lands with weight, as the audience senses the gravity of the moment and the future it could shape. The debate isn't just about numbers, it's about which vision wins. It's a clash of philosophies, a contest over what kind of America we want to build. Newsom listens, ready to fire back. He knows the stakes are high and that the story of California is more complex than a single narrative. The economy isn't just a talking point, it's the battleground for America's future. Every policy, every decision ripples out to affect families, workers, and communities across the nation. The exodus is more than a statistic, it's a symbol. It represents the hopes, fears, and choices of Americans searching for a better life, and the debate over what that future should look like. Newsom responds, calm and direct, his tone measured but confident, ready to set the record straight. Donald, your story sounds dramatic, but it's fiction. California is the world's fourth largest economy, bigger than most countries, not just other states. We lead in innovation, venture capital, and new businesses. People from all over the globe come here to build the future, to chase dreams that become reality in California's unique environment. Yes, some leave. Housing is expensive and we know it's a challenge. But for everyone who goes, more dreamers arrive, drawn by opportunity, diversity, and the promise of something bigger. He pivots. You praise Texas and Florida, but let's talk facts. California sends more money to Washington than we get back, year after year. That money subsidizes the very states you hold up as models. It's the red state subsidy. Our tax dollars fund roads, schools, and services in states that claim to be more efficient. Your model depends on our success. We pay the bills so others can offer low taxes and boast about their budgets. Without California, the math doesn't add up. So, Donald, you can talk about U-Hauls and moving vans. I'll talk about the global economy, about how California's reach extends far beyond state lines. America needs California's innovation, its energy, its relentless drive. The economy doesn't work without us. Our ideas, our talent, our investment. Newsom's message is clear. California isn't failing. In fact, it's funding the nation, keeping the American dream alive for millions across the country. The crowd erupts, the narrative flipped. Suddenly, the story isn't about decline, it's about leadership, about who truly carries the nation forward. The debate shifts from decline to dominance as headlines highlight California's economic power and resilience. The stakes are clear. Who really drives America forward? The answer, Newsom suggests, is written in California's success. The moderator pivots to the hot-button issue of climate and energy, signaling a shift in the debate's tone. The audience leans in, knowing this is a battleground topic with real stakes for every American. Trump pounces, seizing the moment. They want to ban your cars, force you into expensive electric vehicles, and rely on a grid that can't even keep the lights on when you need them most. He points to California as a warning sign. California has blackouts, rolling outages, and a radical Green New Deal agenda that's failing its own people. They're shutting down oil and gas, making us dependent on foreign energy sources, putting our security and jobs at risk. Gavin wants everyone in an electric car by 2035, but won't say how families can afford it, or where they'll find enough charging stations when the grid is already struggling. This isn't just about the environment, it's about control. They want to dictate how you live, what you drive, and even how you heat your home. Meanwhile, China and India are building new coal plants every month. While we tie our own hands, they're powering ahead, putting us at a disadvantage. We need American energy dominance, not green fantasies. Let people drive what they want, live how they choose. That's real freedom and prosperity. Trump's attack is clear. He frames green policies as a direct threat to American prosperity, jobs, and liberty, warning that the stakes couldn't be higher. The crowd erupts and cheers, but the divide in the room, and the country, only deepens as both sides dig in. The debate is no longer just about climate change. It's about who gets to shape America's future. Newsom takes a breath, ready to respond. The green dream is on trial, and the verdict will shape generations to come. Newsom stands firm. Donald, you sell nostalgia. I'm selling the future. Clean energy isn't surrender. It's the biggest economic opportunity of our time. Electric cars are American innovation, creating good jobs right here. We can lead the world or let China take over. I choose American leadership. Yes, our grid faces challenges. We're rebuilding for the 21st century, investing in solar, wind, and storage. Leadership means tackling hard problems, not clinging to the past. You see fear, I see opportunity. You want to go backward, I want to innovate. The world is moving to clean energy. The only question is, will America lead or follow? Newsom reframes the debate progress versus retreat. The choice is clear: build the future or relive the past. The audience senses the stakes. The next generation is watching. The border debate ignites. Trump: our border is a catastrophe, an invasion. Under me, it was secure. Now it's wide open. Millions are pouring in. We don't know who they are: criminals, drugs, chaos. California is a sanctuary state, inviting lawlessness and undermining national security. We need a wall, strong enforcement, and to put Americans first. Sanctuary policies are pouring gasoline on the fire. Trump's warning: without borders, we lose our country. The rhetoric is stark: security versus chaos. The crowd is divided, the issue raw. The debate isn't just about policy, it's about identity. Newsom listens, ready to defend his state. The border is more than a line. It's a symbol of America's values. The nation holds its breath. The next answer could define the debate. The future of immigration is on the line. Newsom responds, voice steady but urgent. Donald, this isn't an invasion. It's a humanitarian challenge. These are families fleeing violence and poverty. We're a nation of immigrants. That's our strength, not our weakness. A wall is a medieval solution to a modern problem. Real security means addressing root causes and creating legal, humane pathways. Sanctuary policies build trust, so victims and witnesses can come forward without fear. We focus on real threats, not separating families. This is about who we are. Do we build walls or bridges? Do we lead with fear or compassion? In California, we choose hope. We choose to see the humanity in others. Newsom reframes the debate: security with compassion. The audience is moved, the tone shifts. The question: what kind of America do we want to be? Closing statements, visions for America. Trump: the choice is simple: strength or weakness, freedom or control. I believe in an America where you decide your life, not the government. Strong borders, energy independence, and patriotism. The California model: high taxes, crime, and government overreach. They call it progress. I call it socialism. I'll fight for liberty, for greatness, for America first. We're a nation in decline, but we can be great again. Reject the radical left. Choose common sense. Choose American greatness. When you vote, remember, it's the survival of our country. I choose America. The crowd roars. Trump's message clear. The stakes, the American dream itself. Newsom steps forward, ready to answer. The nation listens, divided but hopeful. The future hangs in the balance. The debate is almost over. One last vision remains. Newsom's turn, quiet, determined. Tonight, you've heard two visions. One looks backward, rooted in fear and division. It says our best days are behind us and offers slogans, not solutions. I offer a path forward, hope, ambition, and the courage to build a better future. Our diversity is our strength. We should lead the world, not hide from it. Freedom means opportunity. Good schools, healthcare, and a livable planet. The America I believe in invents the future, builds pathways, and lifts people up. This isn't about California. It's about updating the American model for a new century. The choice, fear, or aspiration, retreat or progress. Let's choose unity, innovation, and a more perfect union. The future is yours to choose. Let's build it together. The debate ends, the nation left to decide which America it wants to become.